4 in the morning, I'm thinking about money. I need it, I want it, I can't even sleep. Could be gone any moment, know the cops looking for me. I'm not stopping or slowing, cause I gotta. Shout out to the trappers. We are back, ladies. The Hitman battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets. All right, first of all, shout out to everybody who supported the Hitman Holla interview, man. I see that joint going crazy all over battle rap. Shout out to all the media that's using it and reacting to it and all that. I appreciate y'all for getting that content seen more. Big shout out to Hitman for giving me a full 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? Especially while the NBA playoffs was going on and all that. See some people saying it's one of the best Hitman Holla interviews ever, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad it's on the platform. Check it out if you have not. That being said, Aver has been kind of responding to little things said in the interview over the last couple days. He's been going live in the spaces. He's been going live on his channel. I had intended on covering some of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to put one of his spaces at the end of this blog. Something just came up today that's a little different, man. He takes to Twitter and says, St. Louis, Hitman Holla robbed me behind my back with an N-word from NY. Stole almost 100K from what I was owed from my contract. Never received my 10% of pay-per-view sales. What he's referring to is the Max Out 3 event. You know, that was like a super mega event. It had all of the St. Louis 3 on there. Young Ill, Hitman Holla, Aver. Also had Goods vs. Calico. It was a huge event. I was in the building. It was wall to wall. Now, what Aver is implying is that he had a certain percentage of the pay-per-view for that event, and he never received his percentage of the pay-per-view. Post a post from Say Cheese and Hitman Holla about 2 years ago when the rumor was that battle rappers wasn't making no money. Hitman Holla had actually posted, "Tell Say Cheese, this ain't battle rap from the early 2000s. We as a culture get to the bag nowadays. Question, is this my money from Max Out 1, 2, or 3? And tags it's ARP. And it also says you transferred $456,000, which is a large amount of money. Aver looking at it like, hold up, if you made that from Max Out 3, and my money at from Max Out 3 pay-per-views and all that thing. So I want to zoom in on the part of Aver's contract where it says artist payment totaled $30,000. Total pay-per-view stream 10%. Whoa, hold up, take it back. Verb got $30,000 for the AWOL battle? Woo! All right, total pay-per-view streams 10%. And then it breaks down the pay-per-view stream deal example. If the artist total is $50 and the artist pay-per-view stream deal is 10%. The event budget is $100. Pay-per-view VOD generates $200 net. The artist payout in full is $50 plus $10, which equals $60. So we're going to put this in the terms of what Aver is paid. Aver is the artist, so his artist total is $30,000. He gets that no matter what. He gets 10% of the pay-per-view stream. Now, what we don't know is what the event budget is and what the pay-per-view generated. See, notice here it says the pay-per-view generates $200 and the event budget is $100. That means they took the $100 that the event cost from the $200 that the event made off a pay-per-view and then did 10% of that. And that's how you got his full payout $60, 50 plus the 10 from his 10% of the pay-per-view. Now, if the event budget is $100,000 and the pay-per-view only makes $50,000, then it's no percentage of the pay-per-view to get. So I feel like what's going on here is ARP is saying the event costs more than what the pay-per-view generated. Verb is looking and saying, well, Hitman got that much from one of your events. He's implying that he's going to get a lawyer, sue, have the books opened, all of that. Sure, either these guys are going to talk behind the scenes or ARP will address this publicly. One of the two. ARP kind of made it clear that he wasn't going to let business talk on his name just linger. So we going to see how this plays out. In the meantime, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. And I'm going to attach Averb's live from yesterday to this because he actually mentioned ARP in the Hitman Holla and all that situation. So y'all let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments. It's Battle Rap Trap. We got the streets.
When I go over there and rock with him, they used to get upset and tell me I can't rock with him. First off, I'm Verb. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. I'm not finna get in the middle of neither one of y'all niggas' wars. I don't care. Y'all from the same place. I'm not getting in it. I kept it tall the whole time, dude. Think about it, y'all. Think about it the whole time. I've battled. They used to threaten me, try to play with the money because I would go and fuck with him, and that was their enemy. It didn't stop me from getting booked up at all, right? Yeah, so that's what that was, right? All right. When the Murda Mook battle time came up, at that time, I was in a stage of like pay Verb or something. But y'all know what's up with me. Like, I wasn't tripping up y'all. Murda Mook battle gets on the table with RB. RB has 3 options, and he told me. The options that he was finna pick to battle Murda Mook was Math Hoffa, Sue Surf, and Aver. First thing I said, and look, now at the same time, he said before he put me in that mix. Well, I don't want to try to word for word, but so those were the three options. My first thing is that I got to go lower than every last one of them because I looked at it like this. I'm like, Mook ain't never been my target. Am I afraid of this fight? No. Hey, Holla, listen to this. I battled Mook for $10,000. Now stay with me. Listen to this. Your man gave me $10,000 to battle Murda Mook. That's what he gave me. I ain't look. I knew it was one of them missions that he was like, "Fuck me for real." Because look, when you're doing business, right, the objective of business is always to score and not spend the money, right? So the draw, he had business with Murda Mook, right? Man, I took $10,000. So then when he brings you to the table, I say, you have to give me some more money now, man, because you talking about you ain't got no money. Now I know what's up, but we saying, we from the other side. I took $10,000. He told me he was finna bring you. I said I didn't stand against the idea of you coming. I said, give me some more money because you're adding someone on now. Listen to these numbers, y'all. I knew for a fact I was supposed to get killed on that stage with Murda Mook. That's why I took the approach I did. All right, I knew I was supposed to get killed. It was brought to me that they had dealings with 2 battles back to back. I was just supposed to be the sacrificial lamb to score on. Wrong again. Okay? So I go on stage. No, I'm sorry. So battle gets booked. Now during this time, this is what your man said, Holla. Listen. He said, hey, can you not take no battle so we can build this up high as possible? Keep in mind, he gave me $10,000. I said, all right, bet I got you. He started wanting me to promote for him harder and shit like that. I'm listening to him. I'm like, okay, I think dude kind of like playing. I had that Porsche, right? My battery goes dead in the Porsche. I said, hey, it don't make sense for me to be spending no money out here. Hey, I called ARP. I said, hey, dude, send me 600 of my back end so I ain't got to spend no money. Hey, Holla, listen to what he told me. If I send you 6, I'm taking 12. Let's go dollar for dollar. That's what he said. That's 100% accurate. Listen to me. Hey, Holla, as a St. Louis nigga, this the words I said to him. Oh, yeah? Bet. That's what I told him, bet. You knew it was dead then, right? So the story with the guy that know Drake and them, everybody know it was a nigga that was following everybody. He probably just didn't like rock with you. It was a guy running around who had all paraphernalia like he with them. He did tell me, he said Drake wanted to battle. And he said, hey, look, I can get him to get you. That's what he said. That's why I brought it to dude. He wanted me to battle Iron Solomon after coming off Murda Mook, right? Because look, I messed up the money because they had 2 battles back to back. When I came in and did what I did, it altered everything. Think, right? So then he goes and wants to book me versus Iron Solomon for $8,000. Coming off Murda Mook, that man offered me $8,000. I said, oh, okay, cool. In the meantime, URL paid me so crazy for Lux. I got my 600 back. The fuck is wrong with you, man? That wasn't real to me. What? You asked me not to take no battles? You know how much money I could have been picking up? And I told him to send me $600 to put this battery in this Porsche. He said, I'm taking 12. He took 12 off my back end. And then he offered me $8,000 to battle Iron Solomon. Meanwhile, URL cuts me a stupid, crazy bag for Loaded Lux because I knew I was going to make up for the money anyway. I sent him his money back. I owe that man no money. He put out a flyer and because he was still mad because I was going to URL. It's 100% accurate, man. And that is where the spite may start. But also, I want you to remember this too, Holly. So he scored on me, right? I scored back. What's wrong with that? You held a grudge versus O from street status for 10 years about some kind of money issue, right? I just did what you did. It was no different. Exact same thing. And it wasn't no foul. There's no reason not to like me. That's in business. It has nothing to do with personal. It's business. But it's made personal because it was a personal issue with URL now, bro. That's what makes it personal. So then it's personal now. So then we go and do the battle with Lux. I got a bag stupid crazy for Lux. I made it up. I scored back. Kind of like the same way I'm sure with this max out stream, you know, because I didn't get any more money off the stream. So I'm sure y'all scored again, right? It's no harm, no foul. I ain't did shit to him either. I don't owe that man no money. He don't owe me no money. It don't make sense. You already used to threaten me to not battle for him. What are you talking about? I ain't never do no. I said, what, man? I said, I bet. A St. Louis nigga tell you, you hear, oh yeah, I bet. Every nigga know that. Any ghetto nigga know that. If you say, oh yeah, bet, that means you just played yourself somewhere down the line. That's all it is. I said, I bet. So that's probably where that come from. I guarantee you can't say I'm lying. Ain't no words. It's nothing there that can say I'm lying. There's no other interaction. None outside of that. None. Got his money back immediately and still put a flyer out talking about me and Iron Solomon. He was mad at URL. So it becomes personal. It ain't got nothing to do with me. What you mean? All right, so what about the rappers that owe the money? The rappers that still owe money? I ain't owe that man no money. I scored with Mook. I knew people didn't expect me to score with Mook or something. I don't know why. Score here. I fuck up some things. He offers me a lower price the next time. So it's like now it's coming across like you trying to spit in my face or something. You know, because I did damage some things. I said, okay, bad. Ain't no harm, no foul. That's why he don't like me. That is the exact reason. Now, you can ask him, am I telling you a lie? It ain't a word out of me that came a lie. Ain't no other exchanges. I don't owe him no paper. We don't have a personal relationship like that. None of those things are the such. Now, here's my question, though. At your mixtape party, when he popped up out of nowhere and kind of wanted to trip with me, why didn't you tell me? Holla invited me to the mixtape party. I come to the mixtape party. Bunch of St. Louis niggas there. We in there chilling. Holla didn't tell me ARP was on it with me. ARP comes to the door and say, hey, let me holler at you outside. I look over there instantly. Y'all know I am. We already talked about this. We went straight outside. Figured it out. He wasn't standing down. I wasn't standing down. Let it go. And Holla came out and said, yeah, why you didn't tell me he was on it with me then? He had to tell you he was on it with me then. The way he came in. Did you tell me that? Nah, you didn't tell me that. I still showed up to all your events. You didn't tell me that. That was at your mixtape party. You didn't tell. Y'all was cool at this time. He ain't never expressed to you that he had an issue with me? So you knew it was coming. Okay. Let's not play crazy now. Everybody here scores, right? Okay, let's not play crazy. That's exactly what happened, man. Come on, man. Let's not cut the shit. I was at your mixtape release party. You didn't say one word to me about ARP having an issue with me. But you got me. You made sure I came to come to the party though. I'm a St. Louis nigga. You ain't warned me about dude though. Not one time. Can you explain that? Cause ain't no way you cool with a nigga and he ain't told you that he kind of want to be tripping. That ain't how that work. You didn't warn me though either. I said, oh, okay, what's this? See, look, my emotion don't exist. When a nigga do something that I just don't agree with, it's just what I don't agree with. Just like ARP might not agree with what I did to him. I don't agree with me telling you to send me 600 and you taking 12 back. What's the problem? That wasn't honorable to me, but to him it was. Ain't no pressure. Then when it's my turn, it's my turn. So that's accurate too. That can all be. It ain't no. I wouldn't make no shit up like that or say this type of shit for what. So that's the reason why he disliked me. But you didn't tell me he was coming to the thing though. You did not tell me that though. You didn't make no mention that a nigga that you were cool with disliked me, and he popped up out of nowhere.
I wasn't allowed to slow down. Fuck rap, every day was strapped for the showdown. I was out in NoCal, back when I ain't no cow. Your favorite battle rapper ain't never seen a whole pound. I see dead people. I see dead people. Yeah, they say it's money on the floor. They say it's bitches. I see dead people. They say it's smoke on the air. This shit remind me of the trap. Where we at? I see dead people. They say it's money on the floor. They say it's bitches in the back. They say it's smoke all in the air. This shit remind me of the trap. Where we at? I see dead people. I see dead people. One time for the hustlers. Started off with a half ounce, I had to double up. Now I'm sipping Henny straight up out my double cup. A culture full of clowns and I'm going for the juggler. They in the comment section like Henny losing it. Spent so many summers mixing noodles,